everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be spending the next couple of days together and we're going to try to become that girl. You know, the girl that's always seeming to have her life together and has everything on track. The girlies with the perfect routines that they seem to stick to all year round, every single day. Now this of course isn't true 100% of the time, and not one person in this world I'm sure has their life together 100% of the time, every second of the day, 365 days of the year. Of course it's not possible, and this is what makes us human, it's what builds our characters. I personally think that it's just as important to have the days where you're not feeling put together as what it is to have the days when you are feeling put together. However, saying that, I would say that I do feel like I'm somebody that does have my life together a good majority of the time. I love having routine, I love being in routines. It makes me finish the day feeling a lot more accomplished, and it makes my day, having sort of my day planned out, makes my life a lot easier. And having a routine where I know what needs to get done, what I need to do, it makes it all a lot more easy to fulfill. And they also do keep me on a steady and positive path as well. I feel like routine is so important, but you know, the girlies that are getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day for the sake of getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that's not going to be me and that's not going to be in this video, so do not worry. I'm going to be incorporating the realistic things that we can incorporate into the everyday, which aren't going sort of into the ridiculousness for the sake of doing something. But I do feel like there's so much information out there that we can be incorporating into the everyday that isn't too, as I say, ridiculous and unnecessary to just put things into a morning routine, you know? So I'm going to be finding the things that are achievable for the majority of us and things that we can all hopefully incorporate into our lives to make our days better, to make ourselves feel better, accomplish more, while still feeling like you've given yourself lots of self-care, self-love, and still not feeling sort of drained, overly stressed and burnt out. That is one thing that I do like to try and avoid in my life. Until I tried Vlogmas, but anyway, we won't go into that. So over the next few days, as I said, we are going to be trying out lots of tips and tricks from the likes of TikTok and the TikTok girlies, which make the most beautiful morning routines, evening routines, and incorporate all of this stuff in their sort of days in their life and things like that. But first, I want to share my own tips and tricks which make me feel like I'm adulting, make me feel like I am accomplishing what I want to accomplish, and things that make my life that little bit easier and that little bit better. And makes me feel like I have my life together. So I do have a list on my phone, and that could probably be one, is making a list. I always make a list of things that I need to do in the day so I don't forget things. My brain is consistently going. My brain is always on overdrive and I'm thinking about a million things at once. So I do write lists a lot of the time to keep on top of everything that I want to do. Okay, so I am actually going to start off with something that I think is hopefully a universal experience. Fingers crossed. I hate food shopping. I hate food shopping. To actually see me walk into a supermarket, grocery store, whichever, whatever, once a month is a big thing. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Which means quite often I get to the point where I think, nicely put, bloody hell, I'm out of toilet roll, or I'm nearly out of toothpaste or deodorant, or you know, daily necessities that we all need in our lives, and it gets to the point where I'm like the very last few uses or whichever or whatever, and I think, oh, I've got to go into a supermarket. And so if this seems like a similar situation to what you find yourself in, I have the answer for you. I have recently started using the Amazon subscription service. Now this gives me time to find better options, and it also gives me the time to wait for the deals to come in. For example, the toothpaste I use is usually about £12. It was on like an Amazon Prime deal thing the other day where it was down to £6 something. And so I managed to save that price at a subscription cost, which brings it down again, and I now have toothpaste coming however many times of the year I need toothpaste arriving. It just arrives, I don't have to think about it, and whether it comes before my toothpaste is actually used up, at least I have some in storage, and that's just made my life 10 times easier. The same with toilet rolls. I'm awful with toilet rolls. The amount of times I am like really close to being very much on the empty. I remember going to my friend's house once in the summer and thinking, oh god, I've been here so long, it's now 11 o'clock, all the shops are going to be shut and I've not got any toilet roll, and she literally had to give me some toilet roll just to go home with to see me through the night. I am awful with food shopping and going into shops. It really is a problem. So now I've got my Amazon subscription service, I never have to worry about running out of a toilet roll or kitchen roll ever again. It's fantastic. And next up, sort of backtracking a second to go to writing lists, keeping everything planned and tracked, is digital planners. I have two that I use. First one is from my gorgeous friend Leonora. You may have seen my vlog with Leo the other day, and or you may already of course follow her on Instagram and her own social media. She released the most gorgeous digital planner the other day. You can download it on her website. I'll leave the link in the description box. Hers is fantastic for keeping track of your goals, writing down what you want to achieve every month, keeping on top of your habits and intentions. It's pink, it's beautiful, it's girly. You have a monthly overview as well that you can obviously look for birthdays, key dates, etc, etc. It's really simple to use. You can print it out, or you can use it on your phone, iPad, laptop, and download it as a PDF file, and or I use the app Notion. Notion is a free app to download. It is a little bit more complicated to sort of work it out. I actually downloaded it over Christmas and I took a full day just sort of learning the ropes to it as basically and quickly as I could. On the Boxing Day sale, I did buy the Grace Beverley digital planner on Notion, the productivity method, and it is amazing. You can literally keep track of everything. There's also a daily schedule on there as well, so you can literally plan your day to every 30 minutes of the day. Say you've got a doctor's appointment at 9 and you need to do this at 10 and you need to do this at 10:30. Every single part of your day can be completely tracked and planned in. It makes your whole day seem a lot less overwhelming when you have everything that you need to get done planned and at a specific time. Again, it's got goals and habits tracking, it's got finance tracking, it's got meeting notes if you have like a lot of meetings and you need to type meeting notes up. It has absolutely everything on there. It does just take its time to understand and learn the app as well. So that is something else that I thoroughly recommend when trying to boss life a little bit, is just have everything planned out. It's on a digital app. You can take it anywhere in the world. You already take your phone, or you may already take your laptop when you travel, so you're not taking up extra storage, you're not taking up, you're not putting extra weight in luggage or anything like that, and it's accessible all over the world. So that is another top tip of mine. The next one may be slightly less obtainable, and I completely understand. This is a new thing that I've started doing this year, and I am justifying it as self-care. This is like self-love to myself, and that is now hiring a cleaner. I've now started getting a cleaner every 2 weeks for 2 hours, so realistically I'm having 4 hours a month with a cleaner, which does sound a lot better. I can't tell you the difference it's made to my life. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate cleaning. I feel like I've got better things to be doing than cleaning my skirting boards, hoovering the stairs. I really enjoy polishing. I love the smell of Mr. Sheen, and I'm perfectly capable of putting the hoover around once a day. But anything else in between that, I just don't have the time, the want, or the need to really do it. I know it's something we all have to do, and I know this is complete first world problems. Just sometimes coming home to like a spotless house that you haven't cleaned yourself, it's, as I said, it's self-love, it's self-care, and it's something that I've started doing. It's a little treat to myself. And a lovely lady who was really reasonable actually. She actually came this morning and she was in, she was out, and I've now got the most beautiful sparkly home, and it just feels lovely. It's a little treat yourself moment, and if it makes you feel good, it makes you feel good. So the next thing, again, is sort of along the subscription line, and there's 3 things that I use a lot of the time. The first 2 being fitness apps, the Pilates class for Pilates and the Shreddy app for fitness, cardio. They do Pilates on there as well actually, but if you watched my last video with Leonora, you would have seen us do the Pilates class app for our little workout. So the Pilates class is very bougie. It's a beautiful app. It's beautifully filmed, it's super accessible, but it's not cheap. However, if you wait for key dates of the year, most of these apps actually do really big sales, and I think I got it on either Mother's Day or Valentine's Day or something like that last year, and I think I managed to actually get it for £100 for the year, whereas I think otherwise it's about £40 a month, which is a gym membership. The only thing though that I will say is you can do it from home, you can do it on holiday, you can do it anywhere in the world. You don't need very much space, you just need the space of the distance of a mat, you don't need equipment, and the workouts are fantastic. And as I said, it's a beautiful app. The whole app has been done absolutely beautifully. And the other fitness app is the Shreddy app. Again, I waited for a key date and got it on an amazing sale, and I think I managed to get that for about £40 for the year. I think again I waited until like Mother's Day or Easter or something like that, and it works out at about £3.50 a month. So the price of a takeaway coffee, well, less than a takeaway coffee a month. Otherwise I think it's about £10 a month. There is everything on there. There are a million guides that you can take, whether you're wanting to build strength, whether you're wanting to build a booty, whether you're wanting to stretch more and take up yoga, whether you want to start doing more HIIT workouts, cardio, whichever it is that you prefer. There's recipes on there. It's a really fantastic app actually, and something that I really recommend. And if you're like me and you've just started sort of going back into the gym because it's new year, new me, it gives me a planned workout. It tracks the weights I'm using, it tracks the repetitions, it tracks the sets, it tracks the whole shebang, so I don't need to worry about anything. The next thing is Beauty Pie. I actually have, funnily enough, this actually isn't planned. I do actually have a Beauty Pie order that has just arrived actually. Do you want to have a quick look inside? Super quick, not to bore you too much. Give you a super quick glance. I've got the whole Youth Bomb collection because it's my favourite ever. I've got the Featherlight SPF 50 because it is the best Factor 50 ever. And then I've got a new product which I haven't tried, which is the Beauty Pie Super Active Capsules Essential Ceramides. So yeah, all the anti-aging. I am hitting 26 this year and I'm terrified. But anyway, back to this. Beauty Pie is a subscription service, it's a beauty membership, and it's fantastic. I have been a paying member now for the last 18 months. As you see, everything's beautifully packaged. It's pink, it's pretty, it's girly, but the products are incredible. They're currently doing a 60-day free trial of your membership. You don't have to pay to be a member, otherwise it's £10 a month, or I think £60 for the year. Of which you might be thinking, why would I pay to be, you know, a member of a website? It's so much more. I think if you're a member, you get about 85% or around that sort of mark off of all of the products, and they are the top end skincare, beauty, makeup, hair care products on the market. They are absolutely fantastic. I use them on my skin every single day. I use the hair oil in my hair every single day. And it's just super fun to be in a sort of like membership club where you can try lots of different products at really, really fantastic prices. And they're fantastic. So yeah, I can leave all that information in the description box for you. Not an ad, I really wish it was. Beauty Pie, please work with me this year because you are my favourite brand in the world. And leading on from that is always leaving yourself time for self-care. And this 100% includes your skincare. Even if it's 5 or 10 minutes in the morning and 5 or 10 minutes in the evening, find the time. You will thank yourself as you get older. You'll thank yourself in these cold months when you've got glowing skin and not dry looking skin. Find the time. We all have the time to give. That 5 minutes you wake up and scroll on your phone, we all do it, I do it. That is your time to do your skincare if you don't have any other time in the day. Trust me and thank me later on that one. Now next is something that I have been incorporating every single day for the last 2 weeks. It's something that I've been doing here and there for the last 6 months, but every single day for the last 2 weeks I've noticed the biggest difference ever. Red light therapy. There are so many red light therapy masks on the market. I personally use the Current Body one. It's fantastic. I do have a discount code which I will leave here, and I do know it's a bit of a pretty price to pay out with, but when you compare it to something like the cost of Botox, fillers, etc, etc, and not that I've ever had Botox, but obviously I know from friends that have had it in the past, it only lasts so long, and it's about the same price. As if it's looked after properly, will last you, well, I'm assuming forever, but at least a good few years. So I am now a thorough believer in red light therapy, and especially after all of the research I've done on it, go and do your research on it actually before buying a mask because it is fantastic. Next is daily movement, but out in the fresh air. I mean daily movement anyway, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's stretching in the morning and doing a yoga class, all of those things are going to boost your endorphins and make yourself feel a lot better, feel a lot more accomplished. And I always dread going to the gym or dread doing a workout, or some days dread going to the horses. If it's tipping it down outside, I think, oh, why I love my horses, but why have I picked this hobby? Even if I come home soaking wet, I feel so good for going outside and doing it. So personally, I recommend 5, 10, 15 minutes, an hour, however long you can actually, you know, go for in the cold outside, whether it's a brisk walk, a slow walk, a run. Maybe you've got a corner shop around the corner that you can walk to instead of driving to. Anything that just gets you out in the fresh air, it's going to make you feel so much better, so much more accomplished in your day. Even though it's such a small thing, it's just going to boost your endorphins, and fresh air is just so good for us. Just in this cold weather, make sure you're moisturising a lot. Okay, now the next two things don't go hand in hand. One is saving, and then one is the purchase that I've made that has made my life a lot better. But we'll go for the savings one first. I'm going to keep these short because I've literally been talking for 30 minutes and God knows how I'm going to cut this down when I come to edit it. But saving money. Saving money is so important. I've always been a huge saver, and yes, although I do like to treat myself here and there, I'm huge on budgeting and only buying what I can afford to buy 2 or 3 times. On the whole, I don't, you know, if I was thinking about making a bigger purchase, I'll take a lot of time to think about it first, and 9 times out of 10 I won't go through with the purchase. And I know in this current climate saving is a really difficult thing, and I don't want to seem out of touch by saying that saving is really important. But maybe once a week you treat yourself to a meal deal, or, you know, a takeaway coffee. Just saving that chunk of money every single week, everything builds up. Every penny builds up to £1, every pound builds up to £10. And just having something saved for a rainy day, you will really thank yourself in the future for. I also just want to add as well, that's saving for big life events, not for material objects. Material objects do not last forever. Whether it's putting a deposit down to rent a property, putting a deposit down to buy a property, putting a deposit down to buy your first car, anything like that. Save for the real life event, save for the rainy day, not for the handbag or the shoes, which then leads on to the thing that doesn't go hand in hand, and that is buying a Stanley Cup. The most extortionately priced water bottle ever. It changed my life. I've never drunk so much water in my life. It's so convenient and easy to take around, it looks lovely on a desk, it's really aesthetic, and yes, they are a ridiculous price for what they actually are, but they're worth every penny, in my opinion, because drinking water is so important and I don't do enough of it. So since having a Stanley Cup, that problem is a thing of the past. Although it's not my last tip or trick, I feel like I've been waffling on for long enough and we just need to start the video. So the last thing is responsibilities, and responsibilities that come in the form of pets. Now, if you're in a position where you want a pet, you can afford a pet, and you have the time to look after a pet, get the pets. I cannot imagine my life without my dogs, my cats, my horses. They are the best responsibility in the world, and I just couldn't be without them. Do you love Mummy? Because Mummy loves you so much. So yeah, they are sort of my non-negotiables that make my everyday that little bit easier and keep me on track, keep me on top of my goals, and make me feel good. Make me feel like my own version of that girl. Which at the end of the day is the most important thing in the world. We can all watch these gorgeous girls online and think, oh, I wish I would be like that, but I haven't got the time for this, or I couldn't think of anything worse than getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to do everything. You just have to find your own version of whatever that girl is in your mind that you can keep up with, that you can afford, you can give your time to. And although we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to others or trying to copy others, or, you know, just because this person does it, that must mean I must do it. But finding what works for you and taking the tips and tricks that work for you, highly recommend. I hope you enjoy this video, and we're going to be trying bits and pieces that make us feel good. And we both might be able to incorporate these into our everyday, so I hope you enjoy.
After waffling on to you guys for a while, I took to TikTok to search the That Girl routine. They are all really simple and they are all very similar, and the very basic synopsis is about to be rounded up for you. How to become that girl. Step 1. Making the bed. It's as simple as that. We want to be getting up a little bit earlier so we can fit everything into our morning routines before starting the day and being as productive and proactive as we possibly can. That doesn't mean 5 AM, but it also doesn't mean 8 AM. Step 2. Drinking more water. Personally, I find having a Stanley Cup really helps, but try to get at least 2 litres of water into your system every day. Step 3. Coffee, or any favourite hot drink of choice throughout the day as a little bit of a self-treat. Step 4. Daily exercising. Starting a new hobby or finding a new sport that you love, going to the gym, stretching and doing some yoga, anything that gets your body moving, endorphins flowing and feeling good. Step 5. Nourishing, wholesome food to fuel our bodies. Making delicious recipes from home using healthy ingredients, allowing yourself balance as well though, following an 80-20 rule. Not cutting anything out of our diet, making sure that we're never hungry and not feeling like we're going without. And finally, step 6. I told you it wasn't that hard. Self-care, skincare and everything showers. Giving our bodies some downtime and some self-love.
Hello everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Good evening. I have just had my Ocado delivery driver deliver my Ocado delivery. Not an ad, but I do think Ocado is one of the more reasonable food shop online places, and it's a really easy shopping experience and the deals are always amazing. So that is where I do the majority of my food shop. And also, I'm not sure if it's still a thing, but when I first joined and started shopping there, it was 40% off of your first order and the first 4 months free delivery. I mean, I'm now post 4 months delivery, but my delivery was still 99p, of which it would cost me more to drive to the shops and fuel, and as we know, I hate food shopping. I haven't got any meat or fish because the last food shop I did, I stocked up my freezer, and they actually do amazing deals. They do 3 for £12 on the majority of their fish and their meat, and the quality is incredible. As a single person, I literally just portion size everything out, put it into freezer bags and freeze it, and then just take everything out per day that I want to use, and it saves money, and I've got great quality produce in my freezer and then going into my body. So that is what I do. And also with Ocado, you've got Marks & Spencer's food, you've got Ocado, and you've also got Dalesford Farm produce on there as well. And with the first 40% off, they've also got M&S Home. So I mean, I got the towels, I got cookware, I got bakeware. I mean, I literally stocked up as much as I could for that first 40% off. So I thoroughly recommend having a little looky. But anyway, let's get into the food shop. Let me show you what I've actually got. And if you don't fancy watching, I will not be offended if you just fast forward on past this bit. Bag number 1 actually consists of no food at all. We have plenty kitchen roll, and then I have not 1, not 2, but not 3, but 4 posh cordials, because when I went to Leonora's the other day, I kept being served the most gorgeous mocktails, and I was like, what is in this? What is it? And it was just a really nice fancy cordial with sparkling water and a lot of ice served in a gin glass. And damn right, yeah, I'm going to be copying. So I splurged a little bit just to sort of make my drinking at home a little bit more bougie. So the first one I've got is this one, and this was the exact thing that I got served at Leo's. It's something that I would never ever imagine drinking myself. Obsessed. In fact, I'm surprised I only bought 1 bottle of this. This is incredible. So this is the Bottle Green Aromatic Ginger Cordial. Ginger. I wouldn't think about drinking ginger unless it's sort of like for health reasons, of which I don't necessarily enjoy it that much. This is incredible. It's refreshing, it's sweet but without being too sickly sweet. Really, really delicious. And we drank these while working in the afternoon one afternoon, and I just remember being absolutely and totally head over heels. So I now have my very own, and I will leave this one linked for you if I can, because I feel like everybody needs to try this in their life. Next up I got elderflower and rose cordial, the Belvoir Farm one. Sounds very bougie. Ooh. The next one is the Belvoir Farm Festive Edition. This is the Mould Winter Cordial. I'm actually really excited to try this. I know we're past Christmas now, but it's still the winter, so it still works, right? And then last cordial is just Marks & Spencer's own elderflower cordial, because I thought I could test them all and see which one I prefer best. Bag 2. The M&S high protein pancakes. These have 8 grams of protein per pancake. Really, really fantastic for breakfast. I toast mine and add some yogurt and some berries. Chocolate chips and milk chocolate chips. Now if I'm trying to be a little bit more healthy and nourishing to my body, I'm still a chocoholic, so say I was doing one of those pancakes, we'd add a couple of chocolate chips to the mixture. And or to porridge, and or if I'm doing a bowl of fruit, I'll just add some chocolate chips to it. So a salad dressing, this is a garlic and herb one. So a bougie purchase here, this is the truffle pesto from M&S. I was actually really excited to try this. And some red onions. Next bag we have, oh I did buy fish. 3 lots of pancettas. I think these were 3 for £7, I think, which I think is fantastic. These are M&S ones. 3 packets of prawns, also for £12. I actually bought the ready cooked smaller ones, so they're perfect for sort of salads, sandwiches, those kinds of things. Raspberries, parmesan. Next bag. I think this one's mainly just yogurts and things. Okay, so we've got some 25 gram protein kefir cherry yogurt. So I've got 2 of those. Nope, I've got 3 of those. No, I've got 4 of those. Must have been an offer. Butter, cheddar cheese. This is mature cheddar, in case you wondered what strength I take my cheese. We have 2 new Miller Corners. This is the Mississippi Mud Pie. Just sounded bougie and I fancy trying them, and I actually really like a Muller corner for pudding sometimes, so I've got 2 of those. 2 of the new Marks & Spencer's protein yogurts, both 25 grams again of protein. Cucumber, new potatoes, Mediterranean vegetables, cherry tomatoes, wild rocket, more yogurt, this is just plain Greek style yogurt. Apples, and if you're a follower of Leonora, yes, again, I am copying her to do stewed apples with cinnamon for pudding. Avocados, strawberries. Another yogurt. I really hope I'm in a yogurt mood this week. 15 grams. This is a vanilla one from Nestle. More avocados. They were on offer. What was I thinking during this order? More yogurt. Yeah, I'm going to be having yogurt for lunch, breakfast and dinner at this point. This one is an all-pro vanilla. I'm going to be eating a lot of yogurt this week. Next up I've got a box, and I don't know what is in my box. And I only did this order yesterday, so I shouldn't really have forgotten what I've ordered already. Surely. I remember! I saw this really pretty post on Pinterest and I wanted to recreate it. It's a hot bowl. It's a Marks & Spencer's one and it's £5, so I'll leave this linked. How cute is this? I love it. Love me a pretty bowl. Tell this is a late night food order. I think I've got enough juice and cordials for the next 100 years. Obviously Ribena was on offer as well. Yeah. Any of my friends watching, if I ever offer you water, say no, I know what you've got in your cupboards. I've got Marks & Spencer's balsamic glaze, and last but not least I've got some bananas. I just really fancy letting these go overripe and baking some banana bread basically. So that is my somewhat healthy food shop. I've got these new lights in the kitchen where I click them on for however long I want them on for, and I can just put them on for 15 minutes. There we go. Hopefully this should all now last me a week of some good foods and some good eatings. Hope you liked my little TED talk and me showing you what I ordered from Ocado this week.
Well, maybe it was fate when you walked in the door. I could have sworn I've seen your face before. So glad that you said hi, 'cause I was way too shy. What would have happened if you just had passed me by the night? We keep on drinking.
Okay everybody, so you may have just been able to see me making up a little bit of a salad this evening. Super simple, I've just chopped up everything really small. I've got tomatoes, red onions, some wild rocket salad, some avocado, there's some cucumber in there. I've grated some parmesan, I've added some garlic and herb dressing and also some truffle olive oil. And then over in my frying pan, I've just fried off the pancetta, again in truffle olive oil, added the prawns at the very last minute because they are already cooked, but I wanted them to kind of soak up all of the flavour. I also added a tiny amount of chorizo as well, just again for flavour. And it's made a lovely juice at the bottom, which I'm going to drizzle all the way over the tops. And so we've kind of just got this whole big bowl of yummy goodness. And once I put all of my salad etc. back in the fridge, I'm going to make my ginger cordial to enjoy with my dinner. The best thing about making a salad is you can clean up before eating it, because it's already cold, so I can do the clean up, eat and then just chill. A recipe for said mocktail: ginger cordial, sparkling water. Now, my ice isn't as fancy as what Leo's was, but it does the job. I mean, Leo did also actually add a garnish of actual ginger in here as well, but I haven't got any ginger. So I'm just going with the cordial, the sparkling water, less bougie, but just as delicious. I'm going to have quite a lot of ice as well. Find a glass straw. Have a mix. Chin chin everybody, and bon appetit. Very good, but very cold. Good morning everybody. It is -7 outside today, and I'm about to go and do my horses, woo! Saddle is on, 3 layers are on my body, and it is very nearly time to go and do the turning out of the horses. Very, very cold. I just thought to myself, it's not a very me vlog to not have any horsey content in there. I'm going to be finishing the video this morning, but firstly I thought we can go and do the horses this morning. The car is on, the car is trying to defrost itself. It is now -6, not -7, so it's 1 degree better in the last 10 minutes that I've been having my cup of tea. Just quickly, 2 life-saving products for my equestrians. These hoodies from Lumiere. Look at the fleece. And they're fleecy all the way through other than the arms, so you don't feel like you've got super bulky arms. But they come in loads of colours, so if you don't like the seasonal colours, they also do come in the Elite collection in grey and navy. This sort of royal green is called Spruce, and I will leave it linked. It isn't an affiliates link, but what is an affiliates link is this jacket. I'm going to show you better at the yard, because you do need to see the full shebang, the full look, the full fit this morning. But it's super glamorous. We've got gold hardware, it's in this beautiful navy. It's a full maxi length, meaning that my whole body stays warm. It's got a built-in gilet as well. It's got a hood, and more importantly, aside from the fact it's warm, it's glamorous, it's beautiful, it's full length, rudder, and it's also a riding jacket, meaning that the legs unzip so you have full movement in your legs to be able to get on and off your horse and ride your horse in it. It is also 100% waterproof. So this coat, although it is super spenny, it does the whole everything. It's the perfect winter coat, and actually if you're looking for something, I love my Equidry, and I do have an Equidry discount code which I'll leave on the screen in case anybody is now in a sort of situation where you think, why did I not buy an Equidry over Christmas time now the temperatures are dropped? But they obviously do fit very bin bag like, which I completely understand and relate, and when it's tipping it down outside, I don't care how I look, and most of the time I don't care how I look either. I know that a lot of people do, and actually there's a lot of times that I do as well. If I'm running into Tesco after the yard, if I've got a riding lesson and it's tipping down with rain, and if I just want to look a little bit nicer when I do go to the yard, or if I'm going to the horses and then going out somewhere afterwards, a jacket like this is perfect. And as I said, it does everything. It's warm, it's waterproof, it's glamorous, it's got a built-in gilet. It's a really, really functional riding jacket. And also perfect for dog walking, country pursuits, everything really. So yeah, that'll be in the description box, but that is affiliates. Anyway, I think my car now should be. It is, it's defrosted. Baby, you okay? Oh, I want a kiss. You do, eh, baby? And where's my Prince Charming? Good morning to you in the dark. Are you not going to come and say hello? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, baby. Nice moustache. Nice bit of hay up here as well. Do you want to eat that bit? Yeah, there you go. Gorgeous babies, do you want to go in the field now? Yeah, you ready to go out? Is it a little bit cold for a dingo today? Papa girl. Baby girly. Okay, are we going to do this, guys? Rugs on, turn out in the field, get ready for a nice busy day of you guys trotting and cantering and doing whatever you're going to be doing in the field. They don't do any of that, they're actually very boring. And nope, I need to come up a bit. I'm actually going to show you the full length of this coat. You can actually see that there. If I get the angles right, you'll see it in the video.
Basically, it's just great. Bossy one, ready for the field. Out of the stable barn. And out into the fresh, crisp air. My goodness me, it's cold this morning. It is freezing. I can't see a single thing either because the sun is so bright. Let's see how well behaved a 2-year-old coming 3 Welsh cob is in the ice and in -5. Not that I want to jinx anything with my camera in my hand, but she's just a little princessa. Oh, it's so cold, isn't it true? So cold, my baby. My nose feels cold, everybody. So her field is actually the furthest away. Getting excited now. All of her friends are calling her. Are you going to call back or not this morning? What can you see over there? Just the sun, I think, darling. Everything looks so different when it's white. Baby, come on. Into the field. Have a good day. Be careful, please. Nope, there'll be none of that, will there? Oh, God. Oh, God. It's like Bambi on ice. Careful! She's got friends in all the surrounding fields and she's got to go and say hello to all of them basically first and do her thing. Have a good day, my princess girl. Here's Tan. But as I was saying, her field's the furthest away, so it's a lot of walking out in the cold. But other than that, it's actually the nicest yard because everything's within like 2 steps and most things are all under cover. So when it's cold and it's windy, I don't actually feel it because I'm undercover like 19% of the time. It's only when I go and get the princess that I get super cold because this is so out in the open air and it's quite a long walk from stable yards. Anyway, walking backwards and forwards because electric fence. Ponyo, ready for the field. My goodness me, it's so bright. There you go, have fun. Have a good day. I love you too. I do love you too. Well, everybody, I am actually going to do my daily movement outside in the fresh air that I tell you guys I do every day whilst looking a little bit dishevelled now actually. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Not quite sure what's going on with this bit. I'm now going to finish this video because I do need to carry on marking out and try and keep fingers and toes because when you film everything takes twice as long and it's a little bit cold today for things to be taking twice as long. Hey everybody, so I'm still looking a little bit dishevelled. I've just got back from the horses, put some cosy clothes on and I'm about to crack on with some work, but I have actually received some PR parcels today, so I thought I could run through everything just really quickly because I'm pretty sure I have discount codes for everything, and if I do, it'll be in the description box along with all the information for these products that I've been sent. Not that I can pick it all up at once, but I've been sent a pretty big PR parcel from the Clothes Doctor. And I really like the simple packaging. So just a really quick fire, the amazing benefits of switching to Clothes Doctor. Everything is cruelty free. Everything is completely biodegradable and all of the packaging is fully recyclable. Everything is also made in the UK. They're vegan, they're palm oil free, and all the fragrances are completely natural. So this one is number 12. This is the clothing spritz and it smells like white tea and mint. I'll have a quick spritz at this side of my arm. It smells really fresh, really, really nice. That's a deodorize and refreshing of your clothes. And I feel like this is perfect for when we do our spring, summer turnaround from our autumn, winter clothing. If you're like me and you have so many clothes and not enough space for the clothes you have, I always do like an autumn winter wardrobe and then I swap everything out for my spring summer. And I don't want to rewash everything straight away, but I always do feel like things just need like a little bit of a freshen up. And then to go alongside that, I have number 13, which is the Knitwear Mist, and this is in cedarwood and vanilla. 2 of my favourite pairings. Do this arm. Oh my goodness, that one is definitely my favourite. This smells amazing. We then have number 11, and this is Steamer Water in Blue Lily and Bergamot. Number 10, which is Stain Removal Tough Love, a power powder for lifting stains. ASMR incoming. I've then got number 4, which is the Eco Wash for Silk and Delicate. That's in Bergamot and Sandalwood. Actually got a silk wash that's ready to go on actually. Oh, that smells beautiful. It smells very sort of chocolate orangey, but with a side of hotel luxury. Then have number 3, which is the Cashmere and Wool Wash. This is in Himalayan cedarwood and orange oil. Okay, I think I might have a new favourite scent. That is beautiful. And then I've got 2 mini travel ones. I've got a crease release for on the go in Blue Lily and Bergamot. that smells gorgeous. God, these smell amazing. And then I've also got an eco travel wash. This is just like a little powder, which is perfect for taking on holiday, perfect for like staycations and weekends away. Honestly fantastic, and I'm pretty sure I have a 15% discount code. To reread through my email, but if I do, it'll be in the description box down below. Then I've got a big PR box from none other than Current Body. Now, I know I said to you guys at the beginning of the video how much I love red light therapy, and I use their red light therapy mask and their eye mask. This is the LED hair regrowth system. Now, this is a pretty price, but people have recently taken to putting their masks, their red LED face masks, on their scalp and hairline, because apparently the results of red light therapy on your scalp is insane. So Current Body have now come out with one specifically for your hair. I'm gonna try it out. Every time one of my best friends FaceTimes me and I've got my red light therapy mask on, they genuinely look very terrified, as do my dogs as I come down the stairs in the morning. But my hair at the moment is really long because I've been trying to grow it, but it's still not super thick. And although with the help of rosemary oil, it's definitely helped my baby hairs grow through, and I think in another year's time I'm going to have a lot more hair. Something like this is hopefully just going to help with that bit more. But also, please do excuse the fact I have not got any makeup on today. Definitely getting far too comfortable on YouTube now. So this is what the device looks like. I'm about to look crazy. My hair is so greasy, but I haven't charged it yet, so I'm hoping it's got some charge in it. Where's the on button? There. This is it. It feels very comfortable. It doesn't feel heavy, and I will let you guys know how I get on. If I start seeing ridiculous amounts of hair growth, I will of course tell you guys. I will leave it linked for you as well. It's I'm not gonna lie, it's not a cheap device, but if it works, and if you struggle with hair health, if you struggle with hair growth, and you know, you find that LED works really well on your skin, and it's something that you want to just take a plunge and try, but in the same breath, I understand if you would rather see how it works out on myself first, because it is not the price of a takeaway coffee. I'm very, very grateful to Current Body for sending this to me. I actually can't wait to see if it works, because I personally now am completely obsessed and couldn't be a day without my LED mask on my face. So once I finish talking to you guys, I'm going to be sitting and finishing editing this video, so I will be sitting with that on my head for the next 10 minutes. But just so I'm not looking like too much of a crazy person, I will do that off screen in a minute. I'll show you guys my last parcel I've got to share with you today. This is from Wild, and if you haven't heard of Wild deodorants is basically a really good for you and really good for the environment subscription service on deodorant. So you start off with a starter kit and you buy your case in whichever colour that you want. This one's in like a really pretty lilac colour. And then within your subscription, you get your refill. There's loads of different flavours and scents. This one is jasmine and mandarin blossom, and smells amazing. Really fresh, but nice and sweet, but without being too sweet. Orangey. Basically, you'd put this into here, and then you've got your deodorant, but I can't show you that on this video because I've got to do some Instagrams with this, showing you guys how it works and whatever. But they've also sent me in here too some new products, some new releases of theirs, which are these mini deodorants. So they look like this. These fit perfectly in your handbag, and these are going to be perfect for summers and holidays and things like that, when sometimes you do just feel the need to have a little bit of a top up on the go but don't want to take like a huge and heavy deodorant around with you. This little stick pops up from the bottom like so, and then you've got a little deodorant for on the go. This flavour is fresh cotton and sea salt, and that smells divine as well. So I will leave this linked as well. I'm pretty sure I've got a discount code for this as well, so if I do, it'll be in the description box down below. Anyway guys, on that note, I'm going to go put my helmet on and look a little bit crazy and edit this video. I hope you guys loved it. I know it's a little bit different for my channel and it's quite chatty, but sometimes I think it's nice to be different, and sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a chatty video, so I hope you guys loved it. Please let me know if you did, and I hope actually that you took something away from it, even if it is now ordering your toilet rolls on Amazon. Please believe me when I say it's life-changing, and it just makes life so much more easy and convenient, and you can look for better options. Also, I think general synopsis on becoming that girl is just being the best version of yourself and just trying to be as proactive as you can every day, doing things that make you feel good on your own terms, not on the terms of someone that does a routine on TikTok or on YouTube. Give your body daily, less for aesthetics and less to fit the beauty standard, but more to get the endorphins flowing and to make yourself feel good and stretch your body and do all those kinds of things for the feel-good factor rather than the look-good factor. And I think we'll all agree that it's time for me to stop waffling on in this video, so I hope you guys loved it, and I hope to see you guys back again soon. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys very shortly. Bye!